And now, it's the Comedy Warehouse Holiday Special.
Hey! Let's hear it for Carol Stein and the keyboards right there. I'm Jim. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
And welcome to the Comedy Warehouse Holiday Special.
Yay!
We are so glad that you're here because we literally cannot do this without you. Like every big Hollywood production, this is a collaborative effort. Everything that we're going to make up on this stage will be based on suggestions that you shout out to us. But one kind, gentle reminder that you've joined us here at Walt Disney World when yelling out those suggestions. Remember that there are certain words, ideas, and phrases that simply cease to exist here at the most magical place on earth. So let's keep it clean for the holidays, okay? Now, let's hear it for all of the Comedy Warehouse players! Hey! That's Karen, Krista, Mary, Philip right there. And what we need from you to start it all off with is looking for somebody out there in the festive mood. You're wearing a red shirt, that's festive. What's your name, sir? Walter, and that begins with A? That is correct. Somebody shout out a word that begins with W. Waffle. Waffle is the word. And now, is that you, guy, right here. What's a word, or I put waffle into a sentence. I like eating waffles at Waffle House. Shut the front door. That happens to be our favorite holiday poem, which we are going to recite for you for the first and last time, entitled, I like eating waffles at Waffle House.
Sam walked into the Waffle House
because Sam was a hungry man.
He sat down at the table,
Plopped down his can.
Gladys was the best server,
and she had a crush on Sam.
She put some lipstick on her lips.
and shook her can.
As she chewed her gum, lipstick got in her teeth.
She got Sam's order.
And he wolfed it down, staring at her.
And called her back for another order.
He ordered more pancakes.
Already, he was getting full.
But Gladys suggested something else on the menu.
That was wonderful.
Pancakes, she said.
Have them with some syrup.
Do that.
It's the perfect cure-up.
Soon he was bloated.
And the yeast was fermenting even more.
He felt sick to his gut.
And he ran for the bathroom door.
When he come back, he said, maybe I'll try waffles.
It's on the sign.
So he put his order in with Gladys.
And she said, all right, 5.
Over the waffles, these two chatted.
And there even was a nice little mouse.
And Sam said to Gladys,
I like eating waffles at Waffle House.
Oh yeah! I like eating waffles at Waffle House! Oh
yeah! Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a scene where you will be the director. As you know, the director is all-powerful on a movie set in Hollywood, and so, Cameron and Krista here are going to be doing a scene, and I'll interrupt the scene and come to you for ideas on what direction it should take. For our opening suggestion, what's a holiday activity? First hand up for a holiday activity. Yes, something you do around the holidays, young man. Decorating the tree. Here we go.
This was always my favorite ornament, Mom.
Freeze! What is the ornament? Someone tell me what the ornament is. Yes, what is that ornament? It's candy.
I love it's the most giant jawbreaker I've ever seen.
It's been in the attic for 28 years.
It still has its taste, though. It's really good.
And you've been here every Christmas for 28 years.
Well, Ma, I can't leave my favorite mom.
Oh, why
Freeze!
not?
Now, clearly the mother is not too excited about having the son here every year for 28 years. What is his annoying habit? Raise your hand if you... Yes, what's his annoying habit? He picks his nose.
You know, Mom.
Whoa! Got a little dust up my nose. Thought I was gonna freak out there. I might get myself a tissue. Can I get you one? I'm gonna get you one.
Please, that'd be great. Hey, Mom, you know, I was thinking we'd go Christmas caroling tonight. How's that sound? Thank you.
You know, Matthew, I think it's time you got out on your own.
But I can't leave you, Mom. I can't leave you.
Oh,
You're
honey,
gonna be all by yourself.
I'm so capable of that.
You are?
Why, of course I am.
Here's your bags.
Dad.
Time to go.
Dad.
Merry Christmas.
We're getting back together. Your father and I are getting back together.
No way! That's amazing! It's like the best. Whoa.
But the
You
what's...
come at me with that.
What's what?
The plumber boy!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to work on this habit. I'm so sorry.
Your dad's one stipulation is that you move out and he'll move back.
But who's gonna pay for my therapy to have me stop picking my nose?
The government.
Your society's problem now, boy.
That got disgusting real quick, didn't it? That was fun. All right, folks, one thing I love about the holidays is, getting together with your family and friends. And I don't know about you, but I seem to always discover something new every holiday about a friend that I have that I never knew before, like an interesting hobby they have or a job they used to do. I'm like, you used to do that? Does anyone out here have maybe just like an interesting hobby or maybe something they would even consider themselves to be an expert at that's totally off the wall? Yes, ma'am. You're a scuba diver. Oh, my goodness. Well, what is your name? Sandy, we need to have you up on stage with us. Come on over here. Give it up for Sandy, everybody. Yes, Sandy, our scuba diver. Oh, that's so good. And she wore a fanny pack, too. That's great. She's going to make this look real good. Yeah, she is. Yeah, come up on stage. Chris is going to help you out. Now, folks, it's so funny that she said scuba diving because while you've been sitting here in the Superstar Television Theater at Disney's Hollywood Studios, you've actually been sitting in the audience for America's second-rated favorite talk show called Up Your Alley! That's why it's second-rated. That's right. And believe it or not, the topic today on our show is actually scuba diving. So without further ado, and with our lovely expert right here, welcome the host of Up Your Alley!
Wow. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. You caught me again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so happy to have you here, Sandy, so I hear you scuba dive. All right, well, fantastic. Guess what? We have two other experts backstage that also are experts on scuba diving. How wonderful that the three of you can share what you know with this audience, and whatever questions you have, get them ready. But first, I want to teach you a little holiday tradition that we have here at Up Your Alley. Whenever I say Up Your Alley, you say ho, ho, ho. So welcome to Up Your Alley. All right, my name is Kathy Chatty, and we're just really glad to have you here today. So welcome our experts on Up Your Alley! All right, let's start with you, Sandy. Tell us where you're from and how you got into scuba diving.
I'm from Port St. Lucie, Florida, and
St. Lucie's right there.
and when my husband and I moved down here, I had to find something else to do besides skiing, and of course, you can't do that down here, so...
Oh, well, we have what's called water skiing, right?
Yeah. So I took up scuba diving.
Good for you. Favorite thing about scuba diving is?
The sea turtles.
Sea turtles. I wouldn't have guessed that. Would anyone have guessed that? Okay, good for you, Sandy. We have more questions coming up. Next, we have, tell us.
Hello, I'm Paul Eddington. I'm a professor of the history of scuba diving at Oxford University. I teach the entire history of scuba, which goes back quite a few years.
Professor, that's fascinating. Give us one unusual fact that we wouldn't know about scuba diving.
Well, it was actually invented in medieval England. when a peasant accidentally fell into the water.
I can't wait to hear more about that. Professor, what a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we have...
Hello, my name is Jacques Coucous.
Jack Couscous.
Yes, Jacques Coucous. And I am a professional freediver. I believe that scuba diving is for the weak.
You're a professional...
Freediver, I snorkel really deep in the water.
You see, he doesn't use any sort of air intake equipment.
Yeah, and he calls it a free diver.
Yes, I'm a freediver. I take in a lot of air into my lungs and I permeate my blood with oxygen like a real man would.
Wow, those are some big lungs. Huh. All right.
You're welcome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to turn it to you. I'm sure you have a plethora of questions for these three experts. Who wants to ask the first question? Yes, right back there.
I heard about the orca whales.
One more time about whales.
Orca whales. You ever seen an orca whale?
Have you ever seen an orca whale? Good question, thank you. Who'd like to take that? Have you ever seen an orca whale?
Only from a boat.
Only from a boat. Have you ever seen one?
Water park.
At the water park? Thank you. It's not a Disney park. Yes, Professor?
Well, of course, orca whales are sort of nature's scuba divers, you see, and it was the observation of these magnificent creatures that led to the invention of the equipment that we all now enjoy. Because, of course, an orca whale carries its own supply of oxygen, which it then expels through its blowhole periodically.
So were the peasants big like whales, and did they have their
Yes,
own
the
homes?
peasants were extremely fat, as you know, because they ate mostly animal fats at that time. There was no such thing as roasted vegetables, you see. And so, just meat and potatoes, and the potatoes were raw too. It was really a terrible time to be alive. And then if they could actually get under the water, they found that they could actually hold their own supply of air for quite some time. Until, of course, the Industrial Revolution, and then the invention of smelting of iron, which allowed for the manufacture of large canisters, which would then be filled with air.
These were amazing peasants. Now I want to be one. All right, I forgot your name.
My name is Jacques Coucous.
Couscous.
How dare you?
No, I remember.
You swine American. All I had to add was I saw blackfish once. That's it. It's not funny, but it's true.
I've offended him. All right, who else has a question? Yes. Oh, good question. Do you prefer, Sandy, do you prefer two fins, one on each foot, or the monofin where they each have their own little, area?
Personally, I like the two fins.
The two fins, yeah.
Yes.
You like working separately?
Yes, historically speaking, two fins are preferable. The advent of the monofin, of course, was an accident, because when early scuba divers got too close to a shark and had their legs bitten off.
Wow.
But then, like most accidents, it became a fashion trend.
Chuck Barley, do you have...
Couscous, man! My name is Jacques Couscous! Okay? I will write it down for you, but I will doubt that you would be able to read it.
I'd be impressed if you could write it. But that's all right. No, I just don't want him to give himself a stroke. So, Jacques Pasta, tell me, do you...
I will come over there. My name is Jacques Couscous, and to answer the question that you will eventually ask me, I do not wear fins at all. I am a man. I kick with my feet like God intended.
So you're a free kicker.
I'm a kicker.
Yeah, like he's a free diver, he's a free kicker. I love this. You have all been so wonderful. I want to get one more statement from each of you as we go down the line, as we come to almost the end of Up Your Alley!
Oh.
Statement, why do you love it?
I love the underwater world. I love the animals that are down there, and I hope to be able to help with ocean conservation.
Oh, she's a good lady. Why do you love it, Professor?
I love it because I have tenure.
John, brown rice.
Personally, I hate it, but I
of our show. Yeah, but we do have time for one final improvisation. Yay! Thank you for that unsolicited yay. I need someone to share with me a time in your life around the holidays when something went wrong. You know, and it's that story that people go, hey, you remember last year when da-da-da-da-da, or whatever it was. What is something that went wrong? Back there in the yellow. What? When you flew to Disney World. Now, is that this year?
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you coming from?
Oregon.
Oregon? Okay, so you're flying from Oregon into Orlando.
And we're sick for the first 4 days.
And you're what? Sick the first 4 days. Oh, man. How many of you in the family? 9 of you. 9 sick people? Just 2. Okay, so it was you. What's your name, sir? Sean, and your wife? Kara? Terry, you changed it. All right, Sean and Terry. Sean and Terry were sick for the first 4 days of their Disney World vacation. Man, that gives us the blues. Sean, I'm sorry about this, but we're going to close our show with a little blues song all about it. Hit it, Carol. Okay. Let's see. I'm so upset. I'm truly going to make Jim come out here and do this song.
On that plane, it was all a whirl.
A whirl.
And I felt like my belly did a twirl.
Did twirl.
When I landed, I had a Walt Disney hurl. Sick at Disney. Sick at Disney. Hey, at least all the fast passes are free.
I'm the microbe that was inside of you.
Side of you.
Oh, Sean, I'm so sorry you had to get the flu.
Had to get the flu.
I wanted to go to Disney too.
Sick at Disney.
Soda pop.
Sick at Disney.
I'm an amoeba. I reproduce for free.
Hi, I'm that girl named Terry.
Oh, Terry.
Oh, I get sick, so this bag I carry. It's the last time I take that Disney ferry.
Sick at Disney.
Oh, I'm so warm.
Sick at Disney.
Maybe with this I'll get in for free.
Sean and Terry got really ill. That's not funny.
That's not
funny.
4 days in the Disney room. Oh, honey.
Oh, honey.
Well, at least it didn't cost you much money.
Sick at Disney. Everybody now. Sick at Disney.
At least the new towels every day were free.
There were 9 people. I'm sure there's more than a kid.
More than a kid.
Laying in bed with the flu, they were off the grid.
Off the grid.
You had all that time alone together, and that's what you did?
Sick at Disney.
Sick.
Sick at Disney.
Not feeling too good.
Those were their Universal days, and there's nothing to see.
Not easy with the family of 9.
Family of 9.
They just wanted to get well so they could feel fine.